What's up, guys? I'm Lily.
And this is Folk.
And this is Lady Talk.
So, on today's episode, we'd like to talk about technology and the pros and cons it has on society and like how we interact with each other and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So I think technology is a good thing and a bad thing when it comes to interact with people. I mean, obviously you have like the most negative is like the bullying and all that goes on with technology because everyone is behind the screen now. But when it comes to technology, it's the fact that you could like call like someone who's like in a whole other state and have a whole conversation with them. Even when it comes to being
And
in a
see them
relationship,
at the same time.
like FaceTime, video chats, and all that, it's like super cool when it comes to that type of stuff. With technology, also
it's made people very distant.
Yeah.
As well, you know, a lot more people have this thing we like to call the fear of commitment. Is definitely a new thing. I don't think it's been really like an issue back in the day when people actually had to speak face to face and, you know.
That's true too.
So now that you know, we have
it's more accessible to meet someone else.
Yeah, now that we have so much access to so many people, and you know, you don't have to, you know, be next to someone or put much effort into communicating. Like a lot of people have built up walls.
You're talking about when it comes to like a relationship, or just in the sense of like technology?
No, just in general. Like people are much more distant because of the fact that we don't have to speak face to face if you don't want to. You know, we're much more comfortable just sending a text or just not talking at all sometimes. Because
how is it like so much more common now though? Like I hate arguing, but people rather argue over a text message than argue face to face.
Because well, me personally, I definitely would not want to have an argument over text. But for a lot of people, it's easier because some people get so heated face to face, they might say something that they didn't actually mean, or they won't even be able to process what's going on.
But you shouldn't. That's having a actual physical interaction with someone. I feel like I'd rather we arguing, bro. You say something crazy, bro, I'll say something crazy back. That's petty, Eliana. But just in general, in the fact of like face to face, there's no holds bar when it comes to like, all right, just say how you feel. When you're in text messages,
that's hard for a lot of
I
people.
feel like in text messages, some people get even more disrespectful because you're not in my face telling me.
That's true.
I hate arguing over text messages, and me and my ex used to do that all the time. I used to be like, yo, because now also in the sense of like, I don't know your tone when you say something.
Right.
At least if we arguing in person, I could be like, all right, that's how you said it.
Or at least over the phone. That's another thing. People definitely choose text rather than phone calls because it's, you know, it gives them that detachment.
No, you know me. I call you all the time. Like, I'd rather don't show.
Yeah, because we're both the type of people that we like that intimacy. I want to hear your voice. I want to see your face. You know what I mean? I want to see your body language. Other people, they just want to say what they gotta say, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's just, that's bad. Like, before, like, my mom used to be like, you arguing with someone, bro? If you arguing with your significant other, all right, meet me here, and we'll talk about it. That's how it went. And I feel like that's how it should be. The fact that, like, I just think personally, like, over text, you say more shit that doesn't need to be said.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you in my face...
You have too much time to think, honestly.
Because if you in my face, is like, all right, I'm only going to give you 3 seconds to respond, bro. Like, you could be on your phone, like...
And it's like,
how should I respond? How should I really make this man mad?
And it's like, through text, like, if you say something messed up, it's like, bro, you wrote it out. Well, you thought about it. Then you wrote it out. And you read it. and you still sent it knowing that it was messed up.
If you're in person, and let's say everyone could say it, sometimes you get a little bit into heated moments and you say shit you don't want to say.
But then it's like more forgivable because then it just came out.
Because I know it just came out. Like, all right, when we mad, we mad. Like, all right, that was because you were mad. In text, you meant that shit. You meant it because, like you said, you wrote it down, you read it, and it was like, I'm still gonna send it. This is technology, man. Yo, sometimes I wish I was born in like the 50s.
Yeah, but then again, it's like, okay, so how do you feel about long distance relationships? Because I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about long distance relationships. Like, it works out for some people, but for majority, it really doesn't work out. But technology has made it so that we can have these,
relationships with that person.
Relationships with like people who travel a lot, or like, especially if you're like, your partner might be a Marine or a soldier or something like that, or like a pilot, or just like somebody who just can't be around
someone whose job's on the go a lot.
Yeah.
Long distance relationship. Have I been in a long distance relationship? Yes, I have. Did it work out? No. But my reason why it wasn't because of technology though. It was because when you're away, I expect you to be more in contact with me when you're away, rather than,
because it's like we can't see each other now. So like I expect to at least hear from you.
So like when it comes to a long distance relationship and technology, you got to use that. That is your go-to for everything. You got to put more communication in than if that person lived down the block from you. Because at least if you're down the block, I could be like, all right, he didn't answer my text. All right, I'm still going to see him later. Long distance relationship, that don't happen, bro. Be like, all right, we got to wait like a whole month or two until we see each other. And I still haven't heard from him. Is it a beautiful thing, though, long distance relationship, for those that make it work? Oh, 110%. I give you guys 110 credits because I cannot do that. But it's a blessing when it comes to technology in the sense of being in a long distance relationship. Because, like, even for instance, not even just a relationship myself, like, my grandma lives in Virginia, and my aunt that she lives with has an iPhone. I could FaceTime my grandma anytime I want. Before iPhone and all this, like, it would have been like, damn, I could call her maybe, and then on top of that, like, you will really have to go see her. But you could just see her on a screen. So,
in real time.
Yeah, on top of that. So that's why I feel like technology is a good thing, but then
some people abuse it, obviously. With anything in life, you have a good thing that can really like make a difference and change the world for the better, and then people just take it and use it for all the wrong reasons.
That's true too. That is true too. Technology, I feel like, has made people more meaner also. Because
of that detachment.
Yeah, like they're more distant with everything, and they honestly, some people just don't care. Like, they'll just say nasty shit and they'll be like, all right, whatever. All right, I'm so old school in the sense like, yo, you gonna disrespect me, bro? Disrespect me to my face, bro. Do it to my face. Do not be behind a freaking screen, because to me that's some real, I can't say that word. That's some real childish.
It's cowardly.
Cowardly, but I was using the other word. Shit.
That's why I'm here. But no, and this wasn't on the thing, but it just came to my head. Stalkers.
Oh, we all had our share of stalkers, bro.
No, but like,
people could just, and it's like, now with technology, they could make another account. You block them, all right, I'm gonna make another account. Like, I don't know her username. What's wrong with you? People are scary. I was watching Criminal Minds, and there was an episode, this guy was stalking this 14-year-old girl, this grown-ass man, maybe like 50 years old, stalking her. And to the point where this man thought he was in a literal relationship with her just based off what she posts. Nothing to do with this man. And it's just like, this is how people really could take your post or whatever. Like, I could be like, oh, I'm out Right now, I could be like, oh look, 2 glasses of wine. Oh, she's not on a date. What's she doing?
Who she with?
Like, what? People take what you post into their own interpretation sometimes. Like, just because I post 2 glasses of wine don't mean I'm on a date. I could be out with her. I could be out with my mother. I could be out with anyone. Like, no face, no case. But sometimes, like, I don't want people knowing who the hell I'm out with too at the same time.
Right.
And then people go, oh, she was doing this. Oh, she was, this is a conversation I don't want to have because people right now are assuming too much shit about my life right now, and I'm not with the shits right now, bro.
No, but honestly, it's not my business to tell, but I feel like I can talk about it because, it is something that is happening to my best friend right now. She has a very serious stalker situation going on. He knows where she lives. He literally fabricated an entire TikTok account to post about her. He has her TikTok account posted in his bio. Um, this is somebody from her past. Obviously, he's not showing his face or like saying his name or anything like that, so we don't know who it is. But he's posted messages between them, like when he be texting her. Obviously, like she tells him like to not text her and stuff like that. But like it's gotten to the point where like she's gone to the police multiple times, and like sometimes she feels like she has to entertain him in order to like find out more information so that she can try to build a case, because every time she goes to the police they're like, we can't do anything about it.
But you know what's scary? That you said that, right? The fact that he knows where she lives. But I had a friend. I was just having a regular conversation with her. And she goes, oh, you were in, I'm not going to say the mall because I don't know. But you were here. And I'm like, how do you know I was there? She was like, your Snapchat map. I'm like, my what? Your Snapchat map. I'm like, wait. So people could see where I'm located if I open my Snapchat. And she was like, yeah.
You didn't even set that. Sometimes that's
automatic. I said, turn that shit off right now. Ain't no one needs to know where I'm at. But that's what's scary. Like how you said, like, he could just know, like, anyone could just find out where you at just based off, like, where you put your location at. Or, like, if you enable I didn't even know you could see my location on Snapchat.
Yeah, because it's automatically enabled.
So it's like, you that's scary shit. That is really scary shit. Even when people be posting like, oh, like me, I never post exactly where I'm at that moment. Like if I'm out, like, people be posting like, oh, here. Like, no, I'll post when I leave. Like, oh, this is where I was at. Because you don't know these people. Like you said, you can have a stalker and be like, oh, wait, you can have a stalker and not even know you have a stalker. And then, oh, she's there. Oh, let me pop up. And then you be like, oh, how you knew I was here? Oh, you posted it. I was in the area. You live 30 minutes away and you were in the area, bro. Technology is scary. Enable your fucking, is it enable or unable? Disable your freaking locations for all these apps and shit. Because that is some scary shit. How someone could just know where you at the minute you open your app. That scared the shit out of me, bro. Because if she noticed, I'm like, who else could have freaking noticed where I was at? No. No.
But the most fucked up part about this whole situation is that, on TikTok, obviously, things are public. So he's posting all this stuff, all these really disgusting things, and people are following him. People are sharing his posts.
There's a lot of sick people in the world.
No one's trying to be like, yo, this poor girl, like, no one's trying to call him out. No one's reporting him. Nobody's doing anything about it. They're supporting him.
There's some sick people. That's what that whole black internet shit is. Like when they do the what is it called? Child trafficking shit. Like, how many people are involved in that shit? And you're gonna tell, like, people back that shit up. Like, yo, there's a lot of sick people in the world, and that's why with technology you need to really, 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 really be careful. Because there are a lot of sick people that could take a little post and be like, oh, this is meant for me. Oh, this is the subs. This is a sub for me. This is a sub for me. Like, bro.
Or scam people
How many people were getting scammed on IG? How many people? Like,
and my thing is, I don't care. You could scam whatever. You know, that's up to the person if they want to fall for it. My thing is, don't be using other people's success or image for your scam. You know how many times people have hit me up on Instagram telling me that there's other accounts, not even just on Instagram, like on dating sites and shit, pretending to be me, catfishing people. I'm like, that's
oh my
really
God,
messed
the
up.
catfishing.
Like that type of stuff makes me just not want to be on social media at all.
Yeah, social media is a lot of bad things, but with social media or just the use of social media could do a lot of connections and network
Depending on what you do.
yeah,
Depending on what you
with
do.
a lot of
Yeah.
people. So that's why it's like the good and the bad. You gotta pick, but you just gotta be careful in how you handle everything going on with, and you gotta be so careful because I'm gonna say it again.
It's a
There's sick people, bro.
mad world. I felt like I had to bring that up real quick because that shit is crazy.
I mean, if she's okay with you saying it and posting
yeah,
it,
yeah,
it's fine.
yeah.
Just let me know. All right. So this is
Because it's like at this point, it's not even worth it to like try to keep it on the low. Like this is happening. It happens to a lot of people, and you know we just gotta be careful on these streets, man.
you gotta be careful.
Call your mama. Tell somebody you love them.
At 11 o'clock at night on the news, when they go, do you know where your children at? Do you know where your mama is?
Just because she your mama don't mean that you don't have to look out for her.
Facts. Alrighty, so that was this episode of Lady Talk. Thank you so much, guys. Like, comment,
Share, subscribe.
and my name is Lily once again.
Fo.
And thanks, guys.